everyone and welcome back to my channel. So I thought I'd do a little chatty get ready with me because I haven't filmed one of these in a while. A few of you requested it. I just wanted to have a nice little chat, give you a little bit of an update on my life, how I'm feeling, answering questions that you guys wanted to know. I feel like I've gained quite a few new faces, so it'll be really nice to like allow you to get to know me a little bit whilst I'm doing my makeup. My makeup's also changed whilst I've been in lockdown, so I've got some lovely new products to recommend. So yeah, I just wanted this to be a nice little chatty chilled video. Feel free to comment, have a chat with me down below because I always reply to every single comment and I love like making new friends, everything. I've just managed to hit 22,000 followers on Instagram, so if you want to go chat to me over there, feel free. I always love replying to DMs and just chatting to people and making new friends. So I'm going to moisturise first using Bioderma's Hydra Bio Cream. This is amazing. I have dry skin and it's just absolutely amazing, so I'm going to use that. And then at the minute I've been using the Il Makiage No Filter Poreless Base Smoothing Primer. This is what it looks like. It's absolutely amazing. It just makes my makeup apply so much more smoothly. So yeah, really rate these. I'm going to apply these products whilst I'm answering my first question. Okay, so we've got a really nice one to start off with. How are you coping with staying body positive during lockdown? So if you didn't know, a lot of my like content on my Instagram since probably September time has been focused around fashion, obviously, which I've been doing for years, and then body positivity. So I like to create content that is going to uplift, empower, inspire loads of other women who may be struggling with loving their body and realizing that their body is just as beautiful as the next. It has been a massive journey for me. Some days I still go take a couple steps back. Like, I am not a perfect human. I'm not constantly confident. I don't always want to pose and share my stretch marks and my personal insecurities. Like, there are days that I do have that, but I feel like I have come a very long way to where I started off years ago. I might actually do like a proper deep chat maybe one time talking about like my whole experience, like really negative habits I used to have and toxic things that I would do in school to like show the progression to how far I've come now. Quite an intense topic and something that could be quite triggering, so I'm not really too sure how I would go about that, but it is something that I definitely want to talk about a lot in the future. The way I'm coping is make sure, like, I have been avoiding Twitter. I spoke about this on Instagram the other day. I've been avoiding Twitter because I'm not finding any of the weight gain memes funny at all. Like, I feel like it's so awful for people who have struggled with weight loss, weight gain problems. I feel like it's a very toxic culture, and although someone could find that funny, like, I completely get that I probably find stuff funny that other people don't because things affect people differently in their lives. I just personally don't find that funny, so I have been actively avoiding Twitter because I've not been finding any of those like how much weight I've gained in lockdown memes. They're not funny to me at all. So I've been avoiding Twitter personally to stay body positive. I've also been making little cute mood boards on Pinterest. It's one of my favourite things to do in my spare time. I use it for like my photography, trying to get a little bit creative at home shooting when I'm taking photos for Instagram, and I also mainly use it for motivational and body positive quotes, because quotes never really like I would never really like take in a quote, if you know what I mean. I'd usually just read it without thinking about it, but I really feel like these quotes hit me now that I've grown a bit older. I don't know. Let me just move on to my foundation and stuff so I'm not here talking for hours. So at the minute I have been going between these three foundations. These are my favourite three at the minute. So I've got the Clinique Even Better Glow Light Reflecting Makeup. This has SPF 15 in, it's great. Then I've been using the Il Makiage Woke Up Like This Flawless Base Foundation, and then I've also been loving the Rimmel Lasting Finish foundation. So a complete range of prices here, but at the minute I'm going to be mixing the Il Makiage and Rimmel because I want a full coverage, and these two make my shade match perfectly currently. And then I also curate my Instagram feed so it's full of amazing women who don't make me feel shit about myself. So my top tip is to remove anyone, like, you're not entitled or you're not obliged to follow anyone on Instagram, friends, family or whatever. Like, don't feel like you have to follow people that are going to make you feel shit about yourself. Like, it's your feed for a reason. So unfollow those accounts that may be subconsciously playing on your mind, because it will literally do a whole lot of difference. That's literally what I started doing last year, and I've never felt more confident and happy in myself in a long time. Like, finding so many other girls that have a similar size to me. Use hashtags to find these accounts. If you tag in like maybe your size, so if you're a size 14, a size 8, a size 6, a size 12, a size 18, a size 24, like hashtag that in the search box, and you'll be able to find loads of accounts that have similar body types to you. Follow them, because they're going to make you feel so much better about yourself. We're all different for a reason, and there are so many quotes on my board. Maybe I will leave it in the description down below so you can see, I'll put it on public and you can see like all the quotes that I love and read a lot. I've also, I think body acceptance is a term that I have like started to use a lot more now, like accepting that we're all going to have stuff about ourselves that we're not going to like as much as the next person, but it's accepting that that is what makes us us. And yeah, I don't know, it is a massive journey, and I know that it can be difficult for a lot of people in lockdown. Like that's probably the question I get asked a lot the most in regards to my body positivity content. But I think just realizing and appreciating, thanking your body every day, like when you have moments where you're negative about your body, just think that it's doing so many amazing things for you that you're not even asking it to do. It's allowing you to breathe, it's your legs are allowing you to walk, your heart's beating without you reminding it, you know, like there are so many things that you should be grateful that your body is able to do. So if you start looking at like the positive sides of your body and trying to change your mindset, that is when you're going to start becoming more accepting of yourself and your body. And that's definitely what's had a massive impact on me. Just changing my mindset, and Pinterest and following the right accounts is how it all got started for me. And now I literally just post whatever I want whenever I want, and it is so liberating because it has taken such a long time for me to be able to do that without getting worried if people are going to judge me or what people are going to be thinking about me. I've just realized that I'm going to live my life for me, and I'm not going to like stop doing what I love because other people might think it's weird or other people might not agree with what I'm doing. Like as long as I'm happy and enjoying myself, then I'm just going to continue to do that. I feel like I rambled on for way too long then, and I feel like I've been beating myself up with my beauty blender because for some reason I feel like I need to do this to my face to actually apply it. I'm just going to blend that all the way down into my neck. So I'm going to apply some concealer. I have almost run out of this concealer, but it is the Maybelline Anti-Age Eraser, I think that's what it's called, and it has a little sponge in. I absolutely love it. Let's have a look at another question, maybe something a little bit more quick and to the point, because apparently I love to chat for hours. So if you, oh, someone's asked, if you move to London, are you going to go with your boyfriend? So yeah, a lot of obviously things are playing on my mind at the minute. Like I have no idea what I'm going to do with my life anyway, let alone now with the pandemic. Obviously I've got a lot of worries. I'm sure a lot of students can relate. A lot of final year students will relate anyway. Like what are we going to do in the world? I'm also going to be using the Rimmel Lasting Radiance concealer because that one's just run out on me. Yeah, so I am very concerned. However, I think for a year I'm just going to bite the bullet and probably move to London later on in the year with Carrie. I'm just going to put it out in the universe. That's what we've been planning. We don't know how we're going to execute it or what's going to happen, but that's our current plan. It could go to tits up, but I feel like whilst we're young, might as well try something out. If it doesn't work out, then it's a life lesson. But yeah, we're just trying to work out the feasibility of it. Obviously it is more expensive in London, but we're trying to figure our way around it. We've both been saving up. And yeah, me and Carrie are thinking about living in London together for a year. Then obviously Aiden, my boyfriend, is doing a master's, so he's already got another year ahead of him at uni. Like he might even go on to carry on to do further education. Like I don't know what his plan is yet. Like we've obviously all discussed the logistics of it. But yeah, for now, me and Carrie are thinking of moving in together in London later on in the year. But that could completely change depending on the outcome of the pandemic or like what's going on in the world. So yeah, just a little bit of a cheeky insider there. Oh, someone sort of going back to body positive stuff. Right, I'm gonna bronze before I'm here for ages. So I'm using the Tarte Park Avenue Princess palette, and I'm gonna just be blending Carrot and Princess Cut, which are these two shades here. I'm just gonna be blending, I'm just gonna be using that. I've been using that for ages, and just popping this all over my face to give myself a bronzed glow. So yeah, how to stay body positive living in a house that has an unhealthy attitude. So I'm not sure what you mean by unhealthy attitude. Do you mean as in like that there could be loads of different ways that your house could be in an unhealthy attitude, whether that's unhealthy as in they're eating unhealthy food and it's making you feel down about yourself, or unhealthy as in they're forcing you to only eat like green stuff? Do you know what I mean? Like there are lots of unhealthy patterns or just toxic, just general mindsets that might be triggering you, which obviously I get that is really upsetting. been in positions before where I've been like either friends with someone or someone said like a really unhealthy comment in my life, which they probably didn't mean, but you know, you're always encountering stuff like that. So I genuinely think you can use it to your advantage, and use it as the negative energy as a push to be more positive about yourself, which I know might sound absolutely ridiculous, but that's usually what I do with like negative comments on YouTube. I get down for a bit and then I realise that this negative energy should push me to put more positive stuff into the atmosphere, because there are so many negative people. So if you use unhealthy habits to create healthy habits within yourself, just change it from a negative into a positive, you know. It might be a work in progress, but hopefully you see results quicker than you think. I'm rooting for you. Oh, so I've got a what series have I been watching in lockdown? I've been binging Modern Family. I've never seen Modern Family before. Is it worth it? Is it any good? I think I've spoken about this quite a few times on my channel before, but I am not a film movie person, and it takes a lot for me. As soon as I basically watch one episode of a series, I'm either 0 or 100. Like, I'm one of those people that couldn't care less or I'm absolutely obsessed. Like, it's either one or the other. So if the first episode doesn't grip me, then I probably won't watch it anymore. But if it does, then I'm watching the whole series. So I get scared about that, like, because that is a commitment for me. I'm one of those people, like, literally, if I'm learning a TikTok dance, I will literally stand there and learn it and learn it and learn it and learn it until I perfect it. Like, or perfect it in my eyes, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I do get nervous about starting new stuff, which is why I love YouTube, because it's never going to take up too much out of my day. Like, one video, I can just decide what I want to watch when I want to watch it. But yeah, so I've only really been binge watching YouTube. Let me carry on with my makeup because that's the point of this video. So I'm going to use my trusty, this will never change. I don't think it will ever change. I can't imagine it ever changing unless this gets discontinued. It's the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Chocolate. It's my go-to. I use it all the time to just apply at my brows. So I haven't actually been going as intense as I used to on my brows recently. I just quite like the natural fluffy look now that my brow hairs have actually grown out a bit. Like, I struggle with really sparse brows. That's the only reason I really fill them in. So it's nice that I don't actually have to put as much product on them now that they've grown out in lockdown. But yeah, so I've been binge watching YouTube. I'm loving Megan Shaw, Elle Darby, Lucy Wood. Who else have I been watching a lot recently? They're the main three. They're the main three, I think I'd say. And then lots of my friends that create videos. Emily Rose Fisher, Leah Turner, Amy Banks, Ellie Rose Tyrrell, Carrie, of course, but you all knew I was going to say that. Yeah, I love watching YouTubers like who I know. Like, I don't know, I just love them so much. Alice's videos have been great. They've been getting me productive. Alice Thorpe Studio Vlogs, Fab Hannah, Demi Donnelly, I've been absolutely loving. Yeah, I've been just thoroughly enjoying the YouTube world at the minute. That's what I've been binging if I do watch anything, and you don't even need to know about the Sidemen. Like, I'm obsessed with the Sidemen. I actually have a problem. Yeah, let's not talk about that. That's where the binging starts, and that's what I'm worried about. So yeah, let's not even talk about that. Brows are done. Now, what I've been doing is using the Il Makiage Waka Waka Baked Bronzer. And I've been using this to sort of just like give my eyes a bit of a contour, like not proper eyeshadow, but just, you know, to give it a little bit of structure. And I've just been using this Lily England brush. Does it have a in 110? Do you wish you studied a different degree? No, not at all. I absolutely love forensics. I love when people want to chat to me about forensics, but I always think that no one really watches me because of the course that I do, if you know what I mean, which is why I don't often talk about it a lot. I do obviously have forensic specific videos where I've like talked about my course, my modules and stuff like that, but I just didn't know how interested people were in it, so I never really spoke about it too much. But I absolutely love my course. Like, I would not go back and wish I did a different course at all. So yeah, I highly recommend the forensic science course at Lincoln. There was a perfect mix of everything that I loved, as well as obviously, like, whatever course you do, there's probably going to be segments of it that you hate. Like, I didn't really get on with the chemistry stuff very well, but I have learned a lot from that, so I do really appreciate that part of my course as well. I absolutely love writing my dissertation, which a lot of people get shocked about. Like, I cannot wait to get my grade back, but I also can wait because I want it to be so good. Like, I'm so desperate to get a first. But yeah, I've got my dissertation reaction video coming up probably beginning of June, I think, is when I get my results back for my dis. But yeah, I think please everyone pray for me. But yeah, so no, I don't wish I did a different degree at all. I think a lot of people think that I've done like marketing or fashion or something because of my social media, but no, I really liked studying science at school, which is why I wanted to do forensics at uni. So I'm going to use the Model Co brow gel to just brush me through my brows, and then I'm going to apply some highlight using the Rachel Loves Pixie palette Clutch, which is this like champagne shade here. I'm gonna use Clutch on. So I've got a very juicy question here. Do you have to pay tax or do anything like that on earnings from brand deals? So I think you only start getting taxed if you're earning over £11,000, I want to say, in the year. I could be completely wrong. I'm actually not very clued up in the whole finance world, business world, in that aspect. Like, I don't know like facts and figures in the sense of that, but I do, obviously I'm registered, I know what I'm doing, all the basics. I know all the basics, but I don't know like the limits and the limitations. But yes, I've had to register as self-employed because in the past year, I've worked in my workplace that I've been working since I was 16. I work every single summer. It does pay quite well, but the hours are very taxing and exhausting. But that combined with social media earnings, like together, obviously that probably reaches above that threshold. So I've had to obviously register as self-employed. I make like little spreadsheets on Excel and I feel like an absolute businesswoman. So yeah, I do have to pay tax on brand deals. Well, I will have to the next tax year in April, if you know what I mean. So I didn't have to the last year because I wasn't earning enough, but probably after I probably go get a full-time job, part-time job. I don't know what I'm doing basically, but I do know that I need to register, so that's what I've done in lockdown. How are you coping with not seeing your boyfriend during lockdown? It is really taking its toll now. It's been, I think I'm just using the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray to get my brush a bit wet. But yeah, I think I am struggling a little bit more now because it's been like 2.5 months, I think, since I've seen Aiden. It's nice knowing that we physically can't really see each other because he's still in London. He's still doing his exams at uni. He's staying at his uni house to do his exams, but he's coming back next week, so hopefully I'll be able to go on like a social distance walk with him or something when he is back. I'm going to meet his mum at the park tomorrow. We're going on a little social distance walk together, so that should be really nice. I've missed his family so much as well. Like, obviously I've been with Aiden a long time, so his family are a massive part of my life too, so I've just missed seeing all of his side of the family as well as him. So yeah, I'm not coping great more recently. I think I just miss having him around and spending a lot of time with him. Like, we're literally best friends, so I get on with him, like him and his family, so well. So yeah, all I can do really is FaceTime, and yeah, that's literally all we've been doing, FaceTiming. Right, so I'm just going to quickly put on some of the Skin Chemist Rose Quartz Lip Plump. I just put this underneath just before I start doing my mascara and eyeliner. I've been really into eyeliner at the minute. Oh, this smells so good, and it just gives like a nice glossy effect. Just going to go in with the Il Makiage ink liner. This is bloody amazing if you struggle with eyeliner application. Like, this has never gone wrong for me. So yeah, I just find it's really precise and gives me that like perfect small little wing that I've been really enjoying since lockdown. Hadn't worn eyeliner in ages, but I've been like really feeling it. How do you so another question, how do you stay so motivated and not get drained? There are definitely days where I get drained. Right, anyway, yeah, so I just sort of do like a little mini wing at the end of my eyes, and then just going to apply the Urban Decay Perversion mascara. This is my absolute fave at the minute. Mascara wise, I've been probably using this for the past couple of months. Yeah, in terms of staying productive and not getting drained, there are definitely days where I get drained. I just don't film me being drained because I don't have the energy to pick up a camera or want to talk, which I'm assuming you will all completely understand. I'm just one of those people, like, I can't sit and relax for too long. Like, I'm always wanting to be productive because it makes me feel good in myself, so I'm gonna do that. But also, alternatively, if you need a lot of rest and don't want to be productive, then don't feel like you have to. Like, we're all different, and we all have different levels of like what we think is productive or what we don't think is productive. So yeah, don't force yourself to be productive during this time. Like, we're in a bloody pandemic. Don't feel like you need to be constantly like writing a novel or running 10k every day. Like, we're all, productivity is relative. Some people might think they're productive for doing some certain things, others might not. Like, don't feel pressured if one person is doing one thing and you're not, because everyone is different. And as long as you're happy, don't give a fuck about productivity during this time. Like, as long as you don't actually need to do any work, don't. If you do need to stay productive, get your to-do list out. Don't overcrowd yourself with stuff per day. Give yourself mini targets and you're more likely to exceed them. I did that all the time for my dissertation. That's what I'd recommend. To stay productive, just setting yourself mini goals every day, and also like sort of goals that set out goals for the week too, and then decide which days are going to be best for like ticking all these goals off your list. Setting mini targets to reach that like main goal of the week. Pinterest is also good again for the whole motivational quotes. This mascara is so good considering my lashes are shocking. To finish off, someone's asked how am I, which I thought was really nice. Thank you very much for asking. How are all of you doing as well? Before applying my setting spray are the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Abu Dhabi, and then I've got the Barry M XXL Extreme Lip Plumper. I've just been loving this. It's a really good gloss, and it gives my lips that full plump look that I've been loving. I'm actually doing well. I think I'm doing well considering the circumstances. Like, I'm trying to take everything as it comes. I'm trying to tell myself that this is fate. I've just been trying to tell myself to take every day as it comes. Try not to be so harsh on myself when I've not had productive days. Like, I'm really one of those people who do struggle if I'm not productive. Which is what sort of spurs me on to create the content that I do and make other people feel pumped to like achieve their goals, which is why me and Carrie created Consistency too, our business. What's keeping me going is my business with Carrie, having that as a focus, as well as the podcast with the girls. We're still trying to get the S word up by like doing it on Zoom, and I've been editing the clips all together. So, and then I've obviously got my YouTube channel and my Instagram. So I've got quite a lot of focuses, which is what is helping me personally. So maybe find a focus, something that you can do in your spare time every day. Maybe treat something that you love, like a hobby, as a full-time job. Obviously you don't have to like be selling stuff or making money, but maybe treat something that you're doing as a full-time job. So you've got like a bit of a focus or something to get you up and go every day. That's just an idea anyway. And yeah, so yeah, that's literally what I've been doing. And also obviously making sure I stay in touch with friends. I'm actually really bad at that because I get so focused on my own work and the time just flies. And I've just been trying to focus on myself, and sometimes I realise that I've not been checking up on my boyfriend or checking up on my friends or ringing my family. Like, I do feel massive guilt if I'm not constantly checking up on people, but I feel like that's okay. It's okay to be selfish and work on yourself and work on what you're doing, but also just make sure you've got that time to talk to people if they need you. Let me know what you guys have been doing in lockdown to stay sane and stay okay. Just finished my makeup, so I'm just going to apply some setting spray. That is my everyday makeup look that I've been doing in lockdown, or on days where I can actually bother to do it. I hope you've enjoyed this chatty little get ready with me. Hope you found out a little bit more about me and my plans for the future. Hope you're all doing really well. I am sending all the love, positive vibes. Hit a thumbs up if you enjoyed, subscribe down below if you're new. Let me know if there's anything you want to see soon, and I will see you very soon for another video. Bye!